What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another watch and we've got the Samsung Galaxy Watch 6 in the studio. Now if you're looking for something a bit more premium, you might start looking at this type of a watch, and given that Samsung has released the Samsung Galaxy Watch 7 series, this watch might actually be a bit more affordable as prices are most likely to drop. Now let's start talking about this watch. Let's talk about the design and the build of this watch. So the watch features an aluminum frame, and this has been quite durable. Just a few nicks I think on the right side, depending on where you wear the watch. I think most men, or most people rather, will be wearing this watch on their left hand, and you'll find that this right side of the bezel kind of gets scuffs and a bit more dense than the left side. This is because you're going to be wearing it on your left side. So this watch also features a glass display, and this is a sapphire display. So this doesn't actually have any scratches on it. The display has been holding up quite well, as you can see. I'm just getting a reflection of my light source there, but barely any scratches on the display. There's no scratches at all. It also features these silicone bands, which are actually removable and interchangeable. You can get these in different colors. You can get them from anywhere, pretty much. These are not difficult to get, and they're actually not difficult to remove and replace on the watch. You've just got to press this release button, then you simply slide them in and they're back on the watch. We've got the black model here with these are black, but this looks like a charcoal gray, slightly deeper gray. But that's pretty much about the build. You've got two buttons here on the side. This one wakes up the display, and this one will get you into your assistant. So that's Bixby there starting up. I actually don't use Bixby, so that's why it's starting up, but that's your Bixby button right there. So for the colors, I did call this black, but this is actually graphite. That's what Samsung calls it. And there is a silver and a gold. So you can get that in those three colors. So these watches come in two sizes. This is the 40mm and the 44mm. So we've got today with us the 40mm, which is the smaller watch, which weighs in at around 28.7 grams. And then there's the 44mm one, which weighs in about 33.3 grams. This watch is pretty light, and I'm just going to put it on my wrist. My wrists are actually not so big, so it fits me quite nicely. So I've got it strapped in there. You can see that's as tight as I wear it, and this is how it looks on my wrist. So I don't have much of a big wrist, neither my hands are not the biggest, but this is what the watch looks like on me. So depending on the size of your hands, you might want to go with the 40mm, or you might want to go with the 44mm. Now this display is a 1.5 inch display. It features 480 by 480 pixels, and it's got a PPI of 327. Now this is a very sharp display, very crisp. Everything looks very vivid. So again, this is an AMOLED display, so the blacks are very deep and the whites are very clear and bright. So any color, anything that you're going to be looking at will look really nice on this display. Let's move on now to the user experience, the UI, and we'll talk about the performance of the watch as well as we go. Now this watch runs One UI Watch 5, and this is a skin that is on top of Wear OS 4.0. So the experience has been quite nice. The initial setup was not so difficult. This was done through the Galaxy wearable app that you find on your Samsung devices. So it was a very seamless and a nice experience. I'll put a bit of shots on the screen so that you guys can see how that went. And It was quite quick. I think the whole setup took about 1 minute 50 seconds, and I was all set up and ready to go, signed in and everything. So that's actually was quite decent. It's quite fast. This watch runs on the Exynos W930, and this is a 5nm chip. So the processor as well is one of Samsung's latest, but now they have a new processor running on the Watch 7s. So this is not an outdated processor, but still runs very well. You can see how smooth the interface is there. Getting into and out of apps, we're just going to jump into the settings. You see that's pretty quick. The scrolling, that display, again, we spoke about the display, quite smooth. But I'm pretty sure this is a 60 Hz display as well, so you're not getting that high refresh. I don't think they do that in watches yet, but feel free to correct me in the comments below. But either way, this is very smooth. Performance is quite nice. Jumping into and out of apps is pretty quick. It takes a few seconds and you're in and out of your app. The Exynos W930 is running very smoothly. I have not experienced any jitters or any, slowdowns or anything like that. This has been running quite well. And overall, it's just a very good watch for me. It's got a 16 gigabytes of storage and 2 gigabytes of RAM, so you've got enough storage, I think, to store some music if you are into that and that kind of thing. So the watch also features Wi-Fi, GPS, Bluetooth, and NFC. So in my previous review of the Volcano watch, people were very interested to know if you can do contactless payments with this watch, and I'm glad to say that with the Galaxy Watch 6 you can make payments because it features that NFC, so you'll be able to do that. Let's skip ahead and talk about the battery. This is a 425 milliamp hour battery, and it's been quite good. Samsung, I think, claims about 40 hours of battery life. I've been getting at least 2 days of battery life. But now you have to understand this is going to vary based on your usage. So I tested it first with the always on display on, and I was getting a day of battery life. And this was with the always on display. And this was about with 50% brightness. So if you're thinking of using it with the always on display, you might get less battery as the screen is kind of on in a sense because of that always on display where you can always see the time and what's happening on the screen. And then I tried for a whole week with the always on display off, and I was consistently getting about 2 days of battery life. So again, battery life is going to vary based on how much you're using the watch. So we're gonna jump in again. I just want to show you the charger. So this is what the charger looks like, and this is USB-C. So this is a magnetic charger. Just pop your watch on top there, so it just sits there right on top of the sensors while it charges, and that is wireless charging, and that is 10-watt charging. Okay, so if you're going to be charging, or rather when you charge this battery, it's going to take you just under 2 hours, depending as well on the battery level. But most of the times when I have the battery close to around 10-15%, that's when I put the watch on the charger. It's died on me once and it's taken just shy of 2 hours to charge. So depending on the battery level and when you charge it, you might be charging it for 2 hours, and that's how long it takes. I generally charge this in the morning before I leave. Most of the times I charge it when I get back from work. That's just because that's after that 2-day window that I talked about, and I generally just pop it on the charger as soon as I get home. So that's basically about it about the battery. Now the watch has a couple of nice features. I'm going to talk about first the fitness features, and this is basically through the Samsung Health app, as you can see. So pretty much kind of like Apple's style where they've got rings. I don't know who copied who, but Samsung's is shaped like a little heart. So you've got your rings, you can tap on that and then you can see how much you've done in terms of have you reached any of your goals that you set out for yourself for the day? So I've got 6,000 steps set out as my targets or my goals. And you can see that during the day, I didn't do much activity, and I actually didn't wear the watch much today. So you can see there, I didn't do much when it comes to activity. But you can basically see how you've done this. Again, with the user experience, we are talking about a Samsung watch paired to a Samsung phone. Now, I remember telling one of my friends that the integration between the Samsung watch and the Samsung phone is so seamless, and the experience is much better. I can't speak for how it will be on a different phone from a different manufacturer, but the integration between the Samsung watch and the Samsung phones is pretty seamless in my experience. If you're going to use this with a different watch, you can probably get the Samsung Health app, and you can use the health features from there. I'm sure you can always as well control your media and stuff like that, but the Galaxy experience, if I can put it that way, is much better when you are running this from a Samsung device. That is just based on my experience. If you've used the watch with a different phone from a different manufacturer, please let me know in the comment below. Share with us your experience, and we can talk about that. So you've got your fitness tracking, and you can see you've got different modes when it comes to exercising. You've got exercises like walking, running, push-ups, and there's more inside there. So you can scroll and basically add more depending on what your workout looks like. You see you've got little jumping jacks. Again, the animations are really nice. Just trying to get that reflection out from the light there. But you can see there are so many different types of exercises that you can do on this watch. There is one other neat little trick or feature that the watch has, and this is auto detecting your workouts. So I've noticed this, that when I've been walking, the watch records you walking, and after 10 minutes it will notify you that you've been walking for 10 minutes and that it's been recording. So it actually can auto detect it, just in case you forget to start your workout or something like that. It can auto detect. I just don't know how many exercises or workouts this works on, but that feature is there as well. If you like it, you'll be able to use that or make use of that. It's just a little quality of life improvement or quality of life feature that the watch has. So that's just something to take note of on this watch. And then there is one feature that I like. You've obviously got your heart rate monitoring, all those other good stuff, the basic stuff that we've come to expect from smartwatches today. You've got your sleep tracking, and one feature that I like is this feature right here, which is sleep coaching. So you see I've got a little penguin there. Depending on your sleeping habits, you will get a different animal, and you will get sleep coaching on how to improve your sleeping habits and how to get better sleep. So you see you've got sleep coaching. You can basically tell it what you've been doing through the day, your habits. You meditated or you practice deep breathing before sleep. All these will be monitored by the watch, and you can get a bit more out of this. So there you go. I slept a bit longer today, but you can see you get in there and it measures your sleep consistency, sleep coaching and all that. I found this very impressive because what the watch is basically trying to do, or what Samsung are trying to do with this, is help you to improve your sleep and help you to get better sleep. Other things that you can get, this, you can take calls on this. I've taken a couple of calls on this watch and it's been quite good. I've had no complaints. People can hear me and I can hear them, and on that side it's been really good. I don't want to make this video too long, guys, but if there's anything that I've left, if you want to know more about the watch, just hit me down in the comments below. when it comes to price, here in South Africa, I'm seeing prices ranging from around 4,000 rands going down. On the official Samsung app, I actually needed to check the US dollar price, which is around 299, but there was a discount there. So they'll give you $100 discount. So you can get this around 199 with that $100 discount from Samsung. But this is pretty much it. You know, you've got customizable displays if you want. Just hold down the display there to change your watch faces. And this is actually the first one that I used. I actually liked this display as well. And one thing that I just remembered as well when it comes to the experience is the haptics on this watch. Now, I don't mean to talk down on the Volcano watch, but when that thing vibrates, it feels like the whole watch is, all the components are just shaking. But this is a solid haptic motor. I think it also comes from the very solid aluminum frame. The vibration is nice and strong, but you do not hear it. It just vibrates, but you don't hear the vibration. Whereas with the Volcano watch, which is arguably cheaper, you will hear that vibration. It sounds like a notification on its own. And that's one thing I also liked about this watch, that vibration is very controlled. It's strong and not so distracting, if I can put it that way. So guys, this has been my review of the Samsung Galaxy Watch 6. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe, guys. Your subscriptions go a long way in growing the channel. We grow as a community, and you can even suggest to me what devices you want me to look at, and we can get them on the channel and review them before you buy them, and minimizing the risk of buying the wrong device for you guys. So this is pretty much it, guys. This is the watch. Let me know what you think down in the comments again. Let's get talking, let's engage. And this has been Tapiwa with T.Tech. Thanks for watching. Cheers.